The 10-man barber, so there was a little bit of relief when he made it too.
Yeah, it was, but I don't think anybody was doubting that United is going to win this game. But still, though, it was a good, necessary second goal, which in my mind the cross was going. It was for Sesko.
Yes.
For Sesko, but he didn't get the touch with the ball. And then it's anticipating from Bruno, anticipating, trying to see where the ball is going to land. It's a good connection, not with the foot, but with the shin pad.
Yeah.
If you saw correctly, but it doesn't matter because the ball ended up in the back of the net, and you know that's the second goal that we all needed.
That just shows you have to get something on it with like solid on it. When you're that close to the goal, you can score. But like what I love about that is the fact that Sesko was making the run for the cross. That's the thing, is that he's trying to find Sesko in there, and that was it. Bruno just mopped up there, but like it was a good cross in there. Sesko's unlucky. Yeah,
104th goal for Manchester United. He's picked up the Man of the Match award there. You feel he was closely pushed by Kobbie Mainoo, who consistently... I mean, let's just point something out to everybody. Under Ruben Amorim, all season, 228 Premier League minutes. And he's come in now and played not only every minute, but how difficult is that when you've hardly played to hit the ground running?
This is the quality of Kobbie Mainoo, and we saw that when he got into the team, the England team, and played in the Euros at 18. We know what the quality he's got. Everybody's confused with what was happening with Ruben Amorim, because when you look at him, somebody who's not played and coming into a Man United side that's not in great form, to play in that midfield, which is all the questions have been around, and then just to do things like this, just the quality. Like you're listening to Bruno saying that he's given them the freedom to go and express yourself because they're good players. And that's Kobbie's a very, very good player. And I'm just pleased that it's turned out that, you know, we're seeing that now. I think it's very embarrassing for Ruben Amorim, if we're going to be totally honest, because what we're seeing now is a Man United product, youth product, not given the opportunity to play, and very, very close to leaving the club. And then this is quality. Obviously, they've worked on this, but his touch here is perfect. Like you were saying, Berber, you want the right players in the situation to play the ball, and he was brilliant today, magnificent today.
So you like the fact his first thought is forwards, don't you?
Always, yeah, always. And when I'm watching him today, not only today, but the games he's playing, he's constantly scanning the pitch, constantly scanning where he is, where his teammates are, making that picture in his head where everybody on the pitch is, so he knows exactly when the ball comes, how to play, one touch or two touch. He's very clever, slowing the game when the game needs to be slowed down, draw the opposition towards him, and then pass the ball, this way freeing the space in the opposition half. So again, very happy that he stayed, if I can say that, in United, and we are not forced to watch him play for another team, because now we can see how good he really is, and I think he can become even better, of course.
Absolutely.
And in terms of these relationships, obviously they have 3 weeks, so that there's time to work and recover. But Michael Carrick, since that first team selection, has made just one change, and that was enforced because of Dorgu's injury. I mean, how important is that in terms of the message the coaching staff are trying to get across to them there?
It's vitally important in respect to the message. But what the main thing with it is, Steve, is that when you look at the Premier League this season and the way it's going, with Arsenal, with City, with Liverpool, you know, with Villa, now you have to say with Man United, because everybody's saying, which team can put a run together? Which team can put a run together now till the end of the season who's under no pressure? Like you mentioned there, they've got Tottenham, there's no European football they have to worry about. They can just play, train, get ready for the next game with the momentum, Steve. You know, you look at it and you think to yourself, well, it's going to be interesting to see how this finishes up for United.
Yeah. OK, another good day for United and Michael Carrick, not so for Tottenham. Game changed with that red card for the captain, Christian Romero. Here's his goalkeeper, Guillermo Vicario.
It's not been a good week for your captain, Romero. How's he feeling in the dressing room? Have you seen him, spoken to him?
Yeah, of course he's disappointed because he knows that this red card could have been avoidable, and so he apologized. He's our captain today. He made his mistake, but we know the player he is. He's gonna come back for sure stronger, and he's gonna help us massively going throughout the season.
Yeah, you can hear the disappointment.
Exactly.
I mean, his own goalkeeper says it's avoidable, and he's made a mistake.
It was avoidable, of course, and I think he was probably their best player today, right? Saving the shots from United. Of course, everybody with Spurs connection will be disappointed today because, as I said before, the moment they received the red card, the moment where they lost the game, in my opinion, because it was very difficult for them to, in the shape of form United are, to defend, to not concede goals. And now they need to start again and again, like all the time it is, they lack that consistency. In the moments where they need to have it, to stay concentrated in the head. But as I said before, for what we already saw, say about Romero, something like this was coming.
Yeah.
Something like this was coming probably, and it's about the position probably of the staff around the manager to know that, look, he hasn't had the best week, maybe should put him to rest a little bit, not play. But at the same time, though, he's the captain, he's the leader. The team starts with him, right? And he knows it. And that's why sometimes he affords to be more vocal.
And he's had 9 career red cards for club and country. He's had 2 in the Premier League this season. But according to the key match incident panel, who obviously review these, they say the referee have got 2 wrong.
Wow. And
should have had 4. And we're going to show them both now. Here's the first one.
Frustrating day for you.
I think the first 30 minutes were a good away performance at a difficult place against a team with confidence in flow. Then after the red card, I'm very proud of the players. The resilience, staying in the game mentality, still be a threat at times to try to create something. Very proud of them. And then, of course, we just made the 3 offensive subs just to try to really push a little bit more. We just conceded the second. But I think the last 70 minutes playing with, no, not 70, whatever, 60, whatever how much it was, playing with 10 men, I think they put everything into it. I'm very proud of them. Very proud of our fans that travel in numbers, and you could hear them loud throughout the game.
Does their opening goal happen if you've got 11 men on the pitch?
No, because that was the area they could explore. No, it can always happen. Of course, you can play 10 against 11, but of course that was the area that then got a little bit more exposed.
Romero's obviously been in the headlines this week. You said that the social media matter was dealt with internally, but a red card now today. Do you feel like you've got a player in that dressing room that feels he's let his teammates down?
Yeah, Christian, I think first and foremost, I think there's no intention to do the follow through and make a red. So I think it clearly goes for the ball. Unfortunately, the way the rules is, it's then a red. Christian said, apologise to his teammates in the dressing room.
Of course, you're going to lose your captain now for 4 games because it's the second red card of the season, and you can't help the injuries you've already got. But your squad really is down to the bare bones now.
Yeah. It is, but it is what it is. We need to deal with it.
How do you move forward from this game then?
Yeah, I think a big area we've been working very hard on is the resilience. So we didn't get a result out of it today, but what they showed out there on the pitch, the players, I think was incredible, and that's what we need to build on going forward on Tuesday night.
I'm not sure how closely you look or pay attention to the Premier League table right now, but it's 9 points off the relegation zone. Is a relegation fight something you're even speaking to your players about?
Just focus on the next game. That's again Newcastle on Tuesday night.
Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, 9 points.
We said before under Ruben, the midfield was a weakness. That needs to go get 2. That midfield 3 is really good. Really, really good. And obviously Bruno is the best player by a country mile. But I just think they look so much stronger now as a midfield 3.
Why is it functioning so well in there? Because it was another really good day for Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo as well. We've already touched on Bruno Fernandes there, but all of them played really well against
But do you know what? I said before the game, Casemiro, people, like as a defensive midfielder, you're there to help the team balance. Look at Kobbie there, a little shift, the little 1-2s. They're all clever players. They're all technically good players, and I'm sure they'll relish playing with each other. I think the experience of Casemiro and Bruno, you think about Casemiro in the box, can't get over how good he is in there, but they're just all ball players, Lindsay. Good ball players, and they're getting confidence now from Michael Carrick. But I just think they complement each other well, John.
Yeah, they look hungry as well. They look really hungry as a midfield 3. Like you say, believing in each other, backing each other up. And playing to each other's strengths, I think, ultimately, that they do complement each other. Look, it's looking good at the moment, and I'm sure they want to keep building on it.
Has Kobbie Mainoo really sort of reignited his chances of being at the World Cup?
Do you know, but I've never watched Kobe play and he's not played like that. I've never seen him have a bad game. I can't believe how talented the kid is. I mean, this club is all about producing academy players, and he's in a fantastic one. You think back to the days of, you know, George Best, you know, coming through and kind of playing with flair and with risk. Kobe's that type of player. He takes the ball at any point and you can pass him the ball anywhere on the pitch and he looks like he's playing in the park with his mates. It's actually a credit to him. He's so comfortable on the ball. He's so humble. I can't think of another player that would have not played for a year and come in and played as consistent as he has. Credit to him. I think he's going to be a really special player.
Can you see him be that at the World Cup, starting at the World Cup, Joe?
I don't know. To be honest, he's got
kind of threat as well in and around the box, and a different profile to the other attacking midfielders that we have. So I'm very happy to have him.
I'm sure you will have seen Sunderland's performance on Monday night. There's a real intensity and togetherness about their play. What challenge do you feel they'll offer you today?
Yeah, we experienced that a few months ago when we play against each other, and yeah, really well organised, real belief around the team, very high standards in everything that they do. So a really tough match.
They are at home, it's a must-win game for them. So it's another period, another scenario, so it will be different, but what we can control is the way we play, and we can't control the opponent. We know that they have many threats everywhere, even coming off the bench. So for us, it's about our mentality, our togetherness, I repeat, and hope